Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time again. And today we're going to be going through a 1 pound bag of Paydirt from mygoldpaydirt.com. The site's been around for a while. I've had them bookmarked for about 8 months, and I see that they've been open for about a year, but I've never seen any reviews or heard anything about them, so I'm going to be really curious to see what this Paydirt looks like, how much gold's in it, and all this other information. But the only way to do that is to go classify it down and pan it out, and we're going to do that right after I post up the description. So here's the description. Now, as you saw, not a great description on the Paydirt bag page itself, but on their whole website, they do have a ton of information. In fact, pretty much anywhere you look on their page is information about this Paydirt. So it does have a really good description, just not on the Paydirt bags page itself, which is a shame, but I understand that sometimes you can't fit all the information on there. But one thing I really disliked about the actual information on this page is the 1 in 250 chance to get a 1 ounce bag. I am not a fan of these huge bonus bags. It is usually a very big red flag to me, because for them to give an ounce of gold means they would have to take a lot of gold out of every other bag, which means unless you get that 250th bag that has the 1 ounce of gold, most people are going to probably get a really low ROI. In fact, this bag is only guaranteed a 1/4 gram of gold, which means my ROI on the day that this was received should be around a 21% ROI. Now, I'm hoping it's a little bit better than that, because they do say it's from a 1/4 gram to a 1/2 gram, but I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to pan it out just to see and hope I get a higher ROI than just the 21% I am guaranteed. Now, one thing I will say is I found some information about them, and they own another website called MW Mining and Inspections, and it seems that they do reclamation kind of gold mining, where they're going to old active mines and going through their tailings to find gold. That's what I get out of it, and they might have something else. They might have some active mines, because on their My Gold Paydirt page, it does talk about, I forgot to weigh it up. It is supposed to be 1 pound. Talking too much. But they do tell you they have 3 active mines, 16.9 ounces. So it obviously was over that with the part that I cut off. It does have some things in here. A raffle ticket, which I have no idea what that is. A snuffer with some dirt in it. A vial. Let me just dump it out. A vial. There you go. Now, it does say on their website that they classify this down so you won't really get any chunky stuff, but I don't know. It depends on what they consider chunky stuff. This stuff looks very dusty. It looks like it's just going to tear my water up. But let's classify this down first and see what kind of the material this is here. So let's listen to some music. Well, all classified down, and as you can see, probably the majority of the material is in the -40 and then in the +40, with just a smaller bit less in these other classifications. Now, where do I think I'm going to find the gold? If there's any natural gold, obviously it will be in here. I'll be really curious to see. This stuff looks really powdery. It's just going to be a nightmare on the water, I'm pretty sure. But I'm guessing probably any gold they add is going to be in these two. Obviously, this is not the ounce bag, I'm pretty sure, or this gold is really well hidden, because I think I would have seen some gold and I saw none. But it does hide pretty good, as you all know. But let's see if there's any heavies or magnetite in here. really nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. A little bit more here, but this is pretty much, unless it clouds up the water, which I'm pretty sure it will, I don't expect this to be hard to pan out. Nothing. So no real hard magnetics or black sands appears, but let's just get to the panning and see where the gold's at. So be right back. So I have my water, my pan, and the Paydirt, and let's just get started with the +10 and see where the gold is and see what this does to the water. So let's listen to some more music and start panning. So as you saw, finished panning everything out, and you also saw that there was a lot of organics in it, and it did really cloud up the water. Not horrible. I'm pretty surprised it didn't cloud it up more when I got to the -40, but it was pretty cloudy material, and it did have organics, which I'm not a fan of. But let's get to the gold I found in the +10. I did find one piece of gold in there. Nice little, maybe a little picker, which is really surprising. I did not expect to find gold in the +10, especially since it's only really guaranteed a ¼ gram of gold, up to a ½ gram. Now in the -10 +20, even more gold, a nice little pile right there. So pretty happy with that. That's where I was expecting a lot of the gold to be in. And then in the -20 +40, even more gold, but not as much. Starting to go down a little bit, but there was more gold, and that's always good. And lastly, in the -40, nothing, nada, not even one little flake in there, one little speck, nothing. So let's just weigh this up, starting with the +10. .095. The -10 +20. 3.10, so obviously I got more than the ¼ gram guaranteed. The -20 +40, 0.060, and let's just weigh it all up. Should be right under a ½ gram. So there you go, 0.470 grams. And I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. This again was from mygoldpaydirt.com. It was a 1 pound bag with a guaranteed ¼ gram of gold, up to a ½ gram, they state. Cost was $65.85. Shipping was free, so total cost right here, $65.85. Gold recovered, again, right here, 0.470 grams. Gold spot on the day this was received was $57.83, making this gold worth $27.18, which makes my ROI a 41.28%. It's not too good. I mean, it's much better than when I went into this thinking I would probably get around a 21% ROI. So it's double what I thought I'd get, but still pretty low. So for ROI, they're getting a 4.1. Now for fun factor, he's only going to get a 4.1 as well. Didn't really do anything spectacular to bump it up, and it didn't do anything to really drop the score. I mean, it is only a 4.1. Now for Paydirt description, I did make an error in the beginning of this video. I said they had a ton of information on their website, but what was on the Paydirt page wasn't that much. But I was actually wrong. I had put in my notes that it was extended, but I just didn't catch that part. They actually have a really good description on every page of their website. I mean, this website is just stacked with information. So they're getting a 10. This is one of the best descriptions I've ever seen, where they give a lot of information. Just too bad they don't give a lot of gold as well. Now for quantity and packaging, they're getting a 9. 10 for quantity and an 8 for the coffee bag. So 9 for quantity and packaging. For customer service and shipping, they're only getting an 8, and that's because I never did hear back from them, but I didn't want to give them a really low score for customer service because I only gave them 48 hours to reply before I shot this video, but they do have a phone number on their website, and I did call that number and got a voicemail for their company. So I'm giving them 6 points for customer service and a 10 for shipping because it shipped out really quickly. So the score for customer service and shipping is going to be an 8. And it probably would be a little bit higher if they replied to me. I just didn't give them enough time because I was rushed to shoot this review. So total score for mygoldpaydirt.com is a 7. And I have to say, it's not horrible Paydirt. It's just probably not something I would buy again. As much as I love the description, I'm just not a fan of those 1 in 250 bags will get an ounce. It just means 249 people are going to get 41% ROIs, and I just wouldn't come back for a second bag. And if I would have won the ounce, I probably still would never come back because once I got the ounce, I would know my chances of getting another one are even slimmer. And in most cases, I would drop down to a 41% ROI, and it just doesn't make it worth it. So, and again, I don't know what this is for. Hopefully, I will add, if they ever reply to me and tell me what this is for, I will put it in the comment section, the first pinned comment. I will post what that is there for. So total score, 7.0. So all that's left is to flash up the score and give away a 24 karat gold-plated dime. So let's just flash up the score right here. Now for today's 24 karat gold-plated dime winner, that's going to go to Bob Fitch. So Bob Fitch, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching, happy panning, and make sure you hit that subscribe button below if you're not already a subscriber.